if you could only hire one person and you're Tony Khan from the from the WWE releases, who would that person be?
I know. Yeah, I saw he said one. I was like, damn it, because there's two that's pretty much tied in my opinion. The rest I can see, no really need to rush to bring them in, but those two were Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty neck and neck.
They're pretty neck and neck.
I would give Shayna 1A status over 1B status, and I'll tell you why. But you can go ahead with your feedback.
I think Shayna would be the first pick early on because I think she can give something right away. I'm not saying thrust her into the world title one in a pay-per-view and have her get beat or whatever. I think she's unique to that roster of women they have, right? I know there's Marina Shafir, but Marina's just been a bodyguard. She hasn't really been featured in the ring as a badass, like a consistent basis in AEW. And Shayna's just a better overall worker than Marina. So I think there's something there, man. If that was them, I'd have her cut promos and vignettes of coming in, talking about the women's roster AEW, almost like the overconfident shooter who's licking her chops because this is easy money and easy path to championship. Like she's just above these women in this division, right? And then, eventually she has matches with the undercard girls and beats them very quickly. I'm talking about less than a minute each time. Quickly beats them. Brags about it, And to where maybe you may have one of those younger girls that you're kind of pushing, kind of goes 2 minutes with her. It's like becomes something, right? Going 2 minutes with Shayna, but she beats her. And then post-match promos, backstage promos, whatnot, she's talking trash about the champion, whoever, Tony Storm, whoever babyface champion is at the time. And instead of going through the whole roster of women, beating them quickly, the build to the championship match, eventually those trash talking to that women's champion eventually makes that babyface women's champion says, you know what, let's do it. Let's have a match, right? And then they have a match. Shayna wins the belt by cheating, of course. And then you set up rematches, and now you have other future women that you didn't just have her destroy on her way up to the title. A Chris Statlander, a Willow Nightingale, Anna Jay, whatever, So so you just kind of build. I think you give her that kind of like that NXT title run she had, and build to some kind of young babyface champion winning from her. That's what I would do. But so I like Shayna. I would, and then she can cut a good promo too. So.
She's a perfect fit for the Death Riders, obviously, as far as the style. And she's
God, I would not want her to be in that group. I know it's the main event. It's a main event heel group right now, but God, they just.
I mean, you also have the Callis family.
I would just let her be her. She can handle it on her own. She doesn't need to be with a manager or a group. Let her be just a badass. Like that's what I would do.
Okay, so here's the reason. The main reason why I think Shayna is number one, and it's really just the specter of what you could possibly have down the line. Now, I'm not saying any of this is going to happen, but we know Shayna, Marina, Ronda. What's up with Jessamine Duke? Is she just not doing anything right now?
I don't know. Maybe she's making money on Twitch or something like that. I don't know. And who knows? All those girls are even friends anymore. And I know.
Oh yeah, we don't know. But the idea that you could actually recreate the 4 horsewomen if you wanted to is just the idea that those 4 women are out there to be signed and not under WWE contracts is kind of amazing to me. Again, I don't know that you can do that. I don't know if Ronda's even interested in wrestling. She did work ROH to help her buddy out in one match, so she does have that connection. She knows people there. With there's a lot of former WWE talent there, so I think that she would be pretty comfortable in that perspective. But she doesn't have to be the kind of talent who's there every week anyways. Like if you want to do something with Ronda, she could come in and do a program and then just be done. Like whatever the thing is. But just the idea that the possibility of the 4 horsewomen being available to AEW is interesting to me. And Shayna's just, Shayna is a unique character, something that AEW does not currently have in their women's side. Like you see how they use Samoa Joe on the men's side. So they can lean into that style of a wrestler, and Shayna's like the real version of that. So there's that. They don't have that right now. So I just like the idea because she's different. She's not the same. She's not like anyone. Like I think people will say, well, what about Serena Deeb? Like Shayna's just way better than Serena Deeb.
And
like
Serena's been there for a long time. They've seen it. They've seen that act already with her.
Yeah. So that she would be mine as well.
Yeah.
Okay. It's our first YouTube segment. Well, I mean, we've put stuff on YouTube, but our first official called out YouTube segment. By the way, I've been doing some research because we're doing an episode of the Watch Back on Fight Game Media. And this is a podcast where we kind of take a specific time frame and we kind of look back all of the build and then to this event. And so we're looking back and we're going to do an episode on the very first WWE Evolution show from, what was it, like 2018?
No, not that late. Not that. No, 2018. Maybe you're probably right.
I think it was 2018.
Right. Yeah.
And so they did this all women's show, and we're going to talk about the history of it and why they did it and everything. But anyways, so Rhonda is on that show. She's in the main event. And in the lead up to that, so I'm reading the Observer, and Dave Meltzer writes, regarding the debut of Marina Shafir on July 26th, one person internally, somebody at NXT probably, noted to us that it's really scary how natural these four women, the women who I just talked about, are in the ring. Just wait until you see Jess and Marina. All four are tremendous in their own way. Maybe recruiting women MMA fighters is going to be the future of the recruitment process. Now, what happened is not what we were led to believe was going to happen, because Rhonda and Shayna were awesome. And Marina and we don't know about Jessamine because she didn't really stick it out. But Marina, she just never figured it out. She's got her biggest opportunity right now, but they hide her more than anything. So, but it was just kind of fun in doing my research, reading back, like the idea that, the next thing for women's wrestling is we're just going to recruit these MMA fighters who want to transfer over and we'll get them because they have that like real aspect of it, like Shayna does. I just thought that was kind of an interesting footnote.
I always thought that Ashley Evans Smith would have been a good pro wrestler. I think she's friends with one of the former NXT wrestlers, that Asian girl. What's her name? Anyways, but I always thought she had the look and she was a good pro. I remember that Fallon Fox match that she did. And I remember
you're not talking about the Karate Hottie or the old Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson, are you?
No. This was an NXT wrestler.
Got it.
God, I forget her name. But anyways, I thought Ashley Evans Smith would have been perfect for pro wrestling, but she never went in it.